I have some classical stuff on, and it's like nothing exciting. Let me tell you. Whew. All right, so let me show you. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen because this will help. All right, when we look at their contract, PCI, they have rates. We've already quoted them that they can add on just whatever, right? Like if they wanted a China number or if they wanted whatever they wanted, right? They could just say, yeah, I want this, and here's the rates and all that other stuff.
Yep.
Right. So the voice plan is something different that we put together for people who just, okay, just make it easy for me. Give me all these cities.
Then, yep.
Exactly.
And it's,
right.
You can plan because it's fixed and all the rest. Yep.
So they are saying they're not having any usage on any of the dial-in numbers, only their India ones, but they see that it's reasonable to keep the US and UK, but they don't need Australia, Argentina, whatever. So they want to, obviously, as Ema said, they want to cancel that not $250 but $200 plan, but keep just the numbers they already have, which I'll have to check, but at least, the UK, they have two numbers already. But my point was that we already quoted them a UK price, and it's in their fixed rate card, and that is from Voxbone, right?
Yep.
But they have the ability to do this, right? They can do $2 per month per account with unlimited usage.
Yep.
Okay. So that's what I was saying. So I didn't understand when you said we'll choose the numbers, because they already have the numbers and they already have rates for those.
Yes, I was just getting at, so there's two pieces to that. One is, it won't take that many accounts before, even with that limited range, they're actually going to end up paying more. If that's what they want to do,
okay.
no problem. Like, great, but that doesn't seem to be sort of what has generally driven them in the past. So that seems very That seems very penny wise, pound foolish. But if that's what they want to do, fine. I just don't want to have the conversation in 3 months saying, "Oh, well, we didn't realize that."
No, so I know. I think
I'll go back to the one before, and by the way, waive everything and blah blah blah. You know how it'll go.
Totally. I think it's fairly short-sighted of them.
Yes, I agree. But if they want to be short-sighted, no problem, as long as they're willing to live with the consequences later.
Right. Okay.
The reference to the number just goes along with that, right? So all those numbers are subject to, if the availability goes away. Like, I don't know how. It's like unlikely to come up, but potentially, those just go away, or we have to change. Like, it's not a dedicated forever number that they'll get to keep necessarily. Right, we're not going to go out of our way to juggle all those things, but just out of an abundance of caution, want to make sure that for similar reasons that's understood, in case, hey, how come our guys can't get in? Well, they're dialing a number that used to be the number, but now it's not anymore. Well, that's what you're signing up for.
Got it.
Even though it's unlikely to happen, right?
Yeah.
Or wouldn't regularly happen in most cases.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense, because if they've got, say, 50 users, 10 accounts, 50 users, each with the UK and US numbers, that's $2 per host.
Yep.
So how do we? I'm thinking, because if billing is assigned per company, we'll have to create that bucket that requires some change in the subscription plans. It can't include it anymore. It has to be an add-on.
Yep. Yeah, we'd have to.
Yeah, per host add-on.
Or there's just so either it's a add-on thing, or there's a new plan where it's included in the old plan that's removed as a feature. Like, whatever's going to be easier. So, like, there's they're creating more juggling and all the rest, and it's going to be a relatively low number of accounts. Until they'll go, oh, that actually was a pretty good plan.
I know it is a good plan. I mean,
it's a very good plan actually, and it avoids having to get into the weeds on relatively low dollar stuff. That doesn't add a lot of value. But anyways,
yeah. I guess if they're not using it, they see that. But I mean, I spend $90 a month on one of my dog's medicine refills, yes. For God's sake. Okay.
Yeah, like right. I get the as of this moment that may be true. Although there was not in August, but earlier in the year there was some U.S. usage of some I can't of some level. Anyways, in the interim, you can always view it. And obviously they're not, but you can always view it effectively as an insurance policy, right? So a whole pile of people decide that they want to add in a U.S. component for whatever reason.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Spike, right? If you got the voice plan, great. You nothing's changed. You've already paid for it. Right. If you don't have it, then it's not going to be whatever 100 because of the accounts that are enabled. It might be $1,000. Who the hell knows? It'll be whatever it is.
Yeah. Okay. Or they could pay usage and just pay the recurring monthly charge, and they could just pay the 2 cents per minute. Yeah, so they could do that.
Yeah, they got the option either way. That potentially, could be very expensive if there's anything. But likewise, if they want to be penny wise pound foolish, they can.
Okay, that makes sense. And then as for I get it. And as for the effective date, now I understand they did ask, when did they first ask? It was like August 28th, but that doesn't matter. They didn't tell me to cancel the numbers yet. So even if they let's say they told me to, I don't know, even if I'm trying to say is they raised this issue on August 28th, but with everything going on, they've been answered today, but that's not that long ago. So that's fine. Like November, I'm trying to get at the November, like, I don't know, would it make, like, why would we bill them for October for that?
Just simply to have a mechanical time frame where we can be consistent and where there's precedent for these things in case other situations come up where we can say, you want to add a plan, you want to subtract a plan, it's 45 days from the notice. If we can accelerate it, we will, but you can't, right? Just because you change your mind tomorrow, out of the goodness of our hearts and because we're such wonderful people, we'll try and expedite that as much as we can. But you can't assume in all situations always that that's going to happen. So your outside guarantee date is effectively 45 days, which in this case would work out to November 1st. Okay. So you can count on it will be reflected for November 1st. It may be factored in for October 1st if that so happens, but we can't guarantee that. And obviously we're already in September. So the fact that you raised a potential query right at the end of August is neither here nor there.
Right. Also, I mean, Boxbone, I think we're like obligated to keep a number for 6. I mean, these numbers are fine. We've had them for a year, but in general, I think we can't even cancel for 6 months. Like, we're committed to that.
Yes, it might be 12. I'm trying to remember.
I know Telserve is 12. I've had to kind of go around and get some things released earlier with Telserve, but I thought Boxbone, I don't know what it is, but yeah, these numbers are fine. They've been on long enough, but there's a certain amount of time that we're still paying for it. So, that makes sense. But okay, that's it. That was easy. See, under 10 minutes.
Perfect. All right. Well, that's
go have lunch or something.
That's good. Just while I got you, because I was going to send you a note anyways, just to confirm. But the Dial My Plans guys are still balls in their court, and they're doing something or nothing or whatever.
Yeah, I heard back from them. They're not waiting on anything from us. They're hoping to have the integration done. They said last week, this week, but they're nothing is on our end. We're not holding anything up. They just haven't really rolled it out yet.
Gotcha. So we could invoice them for August, except that in phase 1, that's a $0 invoice anyways. But that's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
All the accounts are just test anyway, and
yep. Okay.
Yep. And do we owe CCI? Like, I know their CCI is behind, but are they behind on an invoice we finalized? Are we waiting to restate any
Nope.
invoices for them?
Nope.
Okay.
We were going. We had the most recent where I can't remember what the details were, but the most recent, the number of instances.
Yeah.
Because I'm using instances because they got the plans and then they got the add-ons. So they show up twice. So I don't want to call them accounts because there might be 8 accounts, but they appear as 16 because there's 8 plus 8. Anyways, we did rerun that to make sure that they were being populated properly, because I think what was happening in a couple of cases was that was showing up as like 16 add-ons.
Yeah.
And it should have been 8 plus 8, so that the number of instances didn't change.
Yes, right.
It was just in a couple of a couple of end user customers. Probably because of when they got set up or whatever the root cause was, which is we've now caught in how we're presenting the data. We restated those, but in every case, the information was fine. It was just where they were presented in the tables, and in every case, presenting them the correct way resulted in a higher fee for CCI.
But we said we're not raising it.
And we said, that's our bad. We're not going to charge you more now that you pointed this out to us, which obviously was unintentional. And so the July invoice is unchanged for that reason, because any restated invoice would actually be more.
It could be that I owe them that explanation. But we're still missing a June payment, right? Is that right? I think so.
And they haven't paid for. Actually, I'll check right now. Ksenia, what's outstanding with CCI right now? We just talked about this on Wednesday, but
we did. I even have the spreadsheet. I'm sure I can look at that too.
Just in case there was some balance from an earlier thing.
I have the AR aging. I do have it.
Yeah, it'll be whatever's on that spreadsheet, because no payments.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what it was. There's some weird 400. No, there's a credit memo that needs to be done for that 400, I thought. And then there's 1250 for June and 1514 for July. Okay.
Yes, that's right. June and July are outstanding.
Okay.
I'm not sure about that earlier period, but that might have been.
Yeah, I am sure I have the details in email somewhere. So.
Yeah, so I think that February is still valid, because I think that was originally we had charged a minimum fee, and that they went live kind of in January or something, and there was a 1 month where it was gray on. Well, from my perspective, it wasn't gray, but from their perspective, it was gray on. Did the minimum kick in that month or the following month, because we actually had a step up of the minimums depending on when they commercially went live. And then so we went and did the math to do the lower minimum for that month. So we credited the $1,000 and put in the 400. I think I have to double check that, but I think that's still valid.
So do you think they owe that? If that's the case,
I believe so.
Okay. All right. I just don't remember. So, yeah. All right. I'll look through that and send like an invoice reminder for them on those. So, okay.
For sure, the June, July on the Feb one, you can, if
I'll
you
look back.
if it makes life easier, you can just note that it looked like there was some small amount from earlier in the year that might be outstanding, but leave it with you, and then it doesn't create an issue on the off chance that it shouldn't be there, but I think it should be.
Yeah, true.
And
okay,
I'm sure either way, either way, there'll be some discussion because, well, welcome to India, as you're now painfully aware.
Yeah, exactly.
But at a minimum, we'll have to listen to it and get paid, or you can horse trade it for something else.
Right. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. The only problem with that is, yep.
Have a good lunch.
You too. Bye.